Hey guys, I was just thinking a lot, had a lot going through my mind, and I was just thinking to myself, man, there's a lot of people who just wants to just, give up. And trust me, I know it. I've been there many a times where I just feel like, things are not going as I planned. And you get to a point in your life, you're just like, well, Lord, I'm just gonna just give up. I'm just gonna throw in a towel. Things is just gonna be is what it is. And that's not the mindset you don't want to have, because that stuff comes from the devil. The devil's always, remember, every day the devil's always going to try to throw something your way to get you to back away from God. And that's one thing you do not want to do. You don't want to back away from God, because this is the way how I look at it. God has brought me to a place to where I had to learn to depend on Him through everything, and that's what I'm into right now. And so you got to understand that we're all going through something. But one of the things that I've noticed for myself, that God, He could have gave up on us. He didn't have to go. He wouldn't even have to. He At some point when He was walking on earth, He didn't want to go to the cross. But guess what? He did go to the cross. Why? Because He cared for us and He loved us. And He could have just got. He just could have got to the point and let everybody get to His head, and He could have got to the point He was like, "Look, I'm done. I don't want to do this. I don't have nothing. I don't want to keep moving forward. This is too rough for me." So if God was able to go through the hard stuff, why can't we go through the hard stuff? And we didn't even go through the stuff that He really went through. We're not being beat on. We're not being whooped on. I mean, we're always going through something. It's always going to be some persecution, people coming up against us. But you got to look at God. Jesus could have definitely gave up on us, but He didn't. So this is the reason why I go so hard. This is the reason why everybody should be going hard for Jesus. And this is the reason why, because in my midnight hours, when I didn't have nobody, when I was crying, nobody could be there for me, Jesus was there for me. He brought me out of darkness. He brought me out of sin. He brought me out of things that could have killed me. I was in a car accident a couple years back. I could have died, but God kept me. And so this is why I go so hard for God. Why would you want to give up on God? And just think, to ask yourself, what are you giving up to go to now? You giving up on God, but where you going to go? Who's going to help you? Who, like, ask that question? That's the one thing the devil don't want you. He just wants you to just give up. But what are you giving up, and where you going to go to? Who's going to be the next helper? Because the devil's not going to help you. All he's come to do is kill, to steal, and to destroy. So you got to think to yourself, where else you're going to go? It's really something to pray about, and it's really something to think about, that no matter what we go through, we're always going to go through something, but don't give up on Jesus Christ. I know it's not easy. It's not easy. The Bible told I having peace, through the trials and tribulations that comes against us. And I know that's easy to say, but sometime down the road we get to a place we're like, Lord, I just can't move forward. I can't. How can I continue to keep going forward when I got this coming up against me, this stopping me, this is doing this doing that? See, we're so focused upon the storm so much to where we're not focused on what God. You can think back on the things that God has done for you and what He brought you out of. It will be hard. It will be difficult to think about, because you're thinking so much of the negative stuff. The devil, that's what the devil want everybody else to do, is think on the stuff that he has done against you, and not what God has done for you. It's something to really pray and to really think about. The devil always going to show. He always wants you to see the bad. He don't want you to see the good at all. So you got to look back in your life and be like, Lord, if it wasn't for you, I could have been this. Lord, if it wasn't for you, I could have been out on the street homeless. You got to think back on the good things that God has done for you and what He's brought you out of. Because if you keep weighing the negative over the positive, weighing the good, weighing the bad weighing the bad over the good, you're never gonna get nowhere in life. So choose this day who you're gonna truly serve and how far you're gonna go. I'm telling you guys, I know everybody's going through it. I'm going through a lot. Trust me, I got fire hitting my way hard. But God is going to somewhere down this road break through. His people is finally going to somewhere down the road be heard. But we got to continue to have faith in God, no matter what comes our way. If Jesus didn't give up on us, why are we getting to a place where we feel like we got to get up on God, on Jesus? He never gave up on us. So why we try to do it? He's been there since day one for us. We have to look at the good more than the bad. And take this with you. Pray. When you leave from this video, pray about this. Say, Lord, please help me to see the good and not the bad. And you'll be better off where God is taking you. You're going to be able to see clearly and move clearly, move in the things of God, because now you're able to see the good in the bad, and that's the way it's supposed to be. You want to always see the good in the bad. So it's something to really truly think about and to pray about. Anybody want to follow me on Rumble? It's going to be in the description. TyreeceTV. It's not Tyrese Brown TV. It's TyreeceTV. When you make a sign up or whatever, it's a quick sign up. It's freedom of speech. I already got a video up there. I'm gonna post it right here. I already got a video, and I want everybody to really go check out that video because I expose a lot of stuff because I know I can't say it on YouTube. So it's if y'all can follow me on there. I already got 11 people up on there. If you want to follow me or whatever, love everybody. And if you want to follow my backup page, my YouTube backup page, please follow that too. Let's get that up too. So I'm all this year, I told you, I'm just going to really be pushing out the kingdom the best way I possibly can. And I can't do it without y'all. So love y'all. Y'all be blessed. It's something to think about. Pray about it too. Stay in the faith. Don't leave the faith.